Hi there, Lucy Bradbury, Damsels in Success. You probably have heard by now that the Damsels in Success leadership team are going to be doing a photo shoot with Christina Morassi, and it's going to be tomorrow, so I'm very, very excited. This time last year I did my very first photo shoot with Christina by myself, and at that time I was 4 months pregnant, well, about 5 months pregnant with Jensen. And now a year later, not only has Jensen come into the world, he's now 6 months old, but I now have 12 amazing Damsels in Success leaders who I've also given birth to. So tomorrow is going to be a really amazing opportunity for us to connect and together as a group and really, I guess, start to shine as our true selves and show a bit to all of you in the world of what we've been up to and how we've been raising our game in Damsels in Success and inviting you to do the same. So what can I tell you? I was really excited. I was just thinking, oh, it's going to be a complete blast, it's going to be loads of fun. But then I started to, you know, as always with me, I always want to dig deeper and get as much value out of every experience that I have in life. So I started to talk to Christina about how we could really use this photo shoot, not just as an opportunity to have great photos, but to up-level all of us as individuals and also develop the Damsels in Success brand as a whole. So we started to talk about that, and during the course of these discussions, Christina Morassi has really partnered with us and become our personal brand expert for Damsels in Success, which is fabulous. So then we have a conference call, and Christina Morassi just blows everybody away with her amazing insights into what Damsels in Success is all about, how we're helping, you know, really change the world that women live in, and it's really becoming quite a you know, a movement and a community that's making a huge impact, and she's really helping us to raise our game and our profile. Then she started talking about the practical aspects of the photo shoot, like, you know, obviously we needed to use this as an opportunity to really show our, you know, our best selves, really think about our future selves and what we're stepping into, and that includes obviously what we're going to wear and what we're going to look like. And then it hit me, like I remembered last year just how stressed I got about finding the right outfit, and just exactly the same old feelings started to come up, but this time I was determined that I was going to take a different approach. But that evening I kind of got off the call and I still felt a bit like just really quite anxious about how I was going to pull this off, because I'd only got, what, four or 5 days to go before the shoot was going to be taking place, and in that time I'd also got my birthday, a wedding to go to, and we were moving house. So again, you know, what happens in the material world is we start to feel everything's scarce. I felt that I had, you know, a scarcity of time. You know, obviously if I was going to find the perfect dress, then that was going to require spending some money, and obviously people's stuff comes up when we're doing that, and about what we're worth, especially when we're stepping into the future. So we haven't kind of made our money yet, but we need to make a leap of faith, and we need to know that we're worth it. We're worth that fabulous dress, or that the best shoes we can find. But my biggest issue was the time, and I know that lately I've been really, you know, perhaps feeling a bit challenged. I've now got the 2 little ones, 2 under 2, and you know, time is something I keep telling myself, an affirmation of I have an abundance of time, an abundance of time. Anyway, cut long story short, I'm kind of going, right, just breathe into this, just know that, just trust. There's another level you need to go to where you know, you have an opportunity to break through and have a different experience. Christina had spoken to us about maybe having a sacred shopping trip. And to be honest, I don't even really think I know what she meant by a sacred shopping trip. I mean, what does that really mean? And then suddenly I realised I had a window of time on Friday morning where I could have half a day where someone was at the childminder and I'd just have Jensen and I could go shopping. So it came to me that I needed to invite God to come with me. I felt a bit funny, I felt a bit weird, but I just thought, that's what I need to do. I absolutely know in my heart of hearts that I need to believe that I'm not on my own here. I knew I did some journaling before I went on the shopping trip and got in touch with what some of those negative feelings were, and I realised that since I'd had Jensen, you know, to be honest, I'd been feeling a bit shitty about the fact I hadn't lost all of my baby weight, and you know, every dress that I tried on just didn't fit me. As you can see, I'd been starting to stress about it. I've been on the internet, I've been to every shop in the bull ring, trying to find the perfect outfit. So I knew this shopping trip was going to be different because God was going to be with me. And now if you want to get the learning but God doesn't work for you, then, you know, replace God with the universe or your higher self or whatever, your higher power, whatever it is for you, somebody that makes you feel that you're not on your own and that there's faith out there in not just the material world but maybe a spiritual place as well. So I went on this spiritual shopping trip, and wow, God, it was amazing. As I said, I journaled and got in touch with, you know, the facts. To be honest, I was feeling a bit rubbish. I realised that, you know, I didn't really want to show off my body. For the first time ever, I've always had a pretty good body image, and I really got perhaps how a lot of us women do feel from time to time when we don't really want to, you know, go shopping even, because we don't enjoy getting in the changing rooms, and we don't enjoy not being able to zip those bloody dresses up, to be quite honest, and I'd had enough of that. But I knew that there was always a different way. There's always a different way that we can do this, and us girls, we really do need to know that, you know, we're beautiful just as we are. But once I got in touch with the fact that the shitty side of myself, I then was able to look in the mirror, and the healing started to begin. And then, as I said, I took God with me shopping, and we had a blast. I've never had such fun. I felt completely guided. I was having such a buzz. I felt like I just knew intuitively the right kind of clothes that I needed to step into. I mean, you know, a lot of these dresses here are fantastic dresses, but the problem was that they just didn't feel like me, not the real me. You know, when I put them on, they kind of looked okay, and I could get away with it. But I realised that best they were probably like a 6, 7 out of 10. You know, and I've decided this year for me, and Damsels in Success is all about helping women to live a 10 out of 10 life. So I have to lead the way with that. You know, I also felt a bit the pressure of being the leader of Damsels in Success, that, you know, to do this photo shoot with all my fabulous leaders, then I needed to really step up and own my space. So during this shopping trip, I realised it had to be the best dress. I wanted to feel like I did on my wedding day. I wanted to feel like the perfect princess. But actually this time I needed it to have an edge as well, you know? I decided that it was like rock chick princess that God was going to guide me to step into. So that's exactly what I did do. I only had an hour. I literally went to the Bullring in Birmingham for an hour with Jensen, and in the meantime, before he needed feeding, I had the opportunity to go to Selfridges and find the perfect dress. I actually had a cosmic fax on the way to the Bullring that I'd seen this dress before, the dress that was made for me. So I actually phoned them up and said, do you have a dress that's a bit like this? I've got a feeling you do. And they were like, yeah, we've got two that might just fit the bill, but one sounded really perfect. And I did. I walked into the Bullring. They had a 10 and a 12, and the 10 didn't fit. And I've always been a 10, but this time I decided it was okay. It was okay for the fact that I was going to honour the fact my body shape had changed, that actually I've got, you know, kind of baby boobs, and, well, not baby boobs, but boobs that feed my baby. And, you know, my hips are, you know, have been born to birth, and that's okay, and I was going to embrace all that. So I put the 12 on, and wow, I felt just amazing. And I looked in the mirror and thought, you know, this is how we all should feel all of the time. And I was so proud that I'd honoured all of the feelings I had, shed a few tears over it, and then, as I said, when you take God shopping, miracles do happen. So next time you go shopping, girls, definitely take God with you, or the universe, connect with the universe, and think about who you really are, and find the most beautiful way to look at yourself and your body, and then know that you're worth every penny that you spend on your perfect dress, to show the inner beauty that we all have within us. So my dress, the perfect dress, is over there, ready to be worn tomorrow. I'm very, very excited. And as I said, when I left Birmingham Bullring, I rang down and said, you know, I found the most perfect dress, and I cannot wait to try it on. I'm going to give you a fashion show when you get home. And I could tell that he couldn't wait either. So yeah, more from me soon. I just thought I'd give you an insight into how we're all preparing for our photo shoot, and I'll let you know how we go.